Softypapa here with another Japan treasure to share. No, this is not the world's smallest violin case, although it kind of looks that way, doesn't it? In fact, this is a fascinating item from the past that had a very particular use. Let's turn the camera around and explore. So what this is a case to hold an old scale. So imagine back in the day, merchants would be wandering around Japan and they would be going walking or taking a rickshaw or whatever the case may be, maybe carried in a little palanquin thingy from one place to another, or maybe riding a horse, and they would go to a customer or like a supplier, and they would need to get a weight of things, or maybe they just want to buy some bulk items or something, or get a weigh of fish or something like that, and they would need to weigh out or double check the weight of whatever was being given to them. You get the idea. They would carry something like this. Imagine it tucked up in the sleeve of their kimono. So typically a kimono would have a big drop down thing in the front that they could use as a pocket. They could slip it here and it would drop down and be carried down in here with other things as well, so they can walk around with it carried in there. They would, let's say they wanted to buy a measure of miso paste. They could then say, oh, let me give you a certain weight of it, and the merchant would weigh it out, and they wanted to double check it. They could reach inside, pull this out, or maybe it was a smaller quantity, something, maybe a measure of gold. Slip this open like that. Now it doesn't have the scale, but there would be a little scale in there. And the little tools and accoutrements that would go along with it would be held in these various places here. They could then put that down, pull out the scale, do their measurements, verify the weight, or put it back in, close it up, slide it closed, and drop it back in their kimono sleeve. That's what this is. Amazing, isn't it? And it really does look like a violin case, in fact. It's made of beautiful hardwood here. Look at that. Look at the very fine grain. Just love it, with a rich, deep, dark patina on it. Imagine the craftsmanship that took to do this. The Japanese have a word, minge, which basically refers to the artisan craftsmanship to create items like this. Now it does have kind of like a little mark here. It might be simply a mark where maybe the what do you call it? A knot in the wood might have been. I'm not so sure. It could be a crack, but it seems to be sound and secure. It's beautiful tapered part there, and it's got a little brass bit that pokes in here that is used as the swivel point, you can see. And it swivels quite nicely. Kind of get a good glimpse of the fine grain of the wood in there. It almost looks like mahogany though. Beautiful little item. Now, like I said, it doesn't include the scale. It's just the box that the scale came in. I think that this would be a nice item to add to your life if you wanted to have an item that you could pass around at a party and say, this is from old Japan. Guess what it is? And have people try to figure it out. When you open it up and look inside, it even adds to the mystery. Maybe if you've got the actual scale mechanism and you're looking for a case, maybe that'll work. Or maybe you could just work it in as a decorative item of some sort. Whatever your thoughts. This is a beautiful item. You can get it from the link down below in the description. If you don't see it there anymore, someone's got it. Take a look around. There are lots of interesting items there with stories. Here's a couple photos.